Lyney has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
Look who's finally What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Shine down!
Hey!
Yeah!
Step right up! Stay calm, stay calm.
Look! The doll in the box is glowing! There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look. Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one? These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
That lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying. weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room Aha!
A secret passageway!
I'm a magician too, and apparently looks pretty big inside.
Illusion shattered!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Go!
Shine down!
I see everything!
Wipe out!
A round of applause!
Yeah!
Why have you stopped, Lyney?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you... If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous...
Alright, see you in a bit!
The placement of this device...
Seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
At one of my shows a few days ago, as a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built, so I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but I wound up saving very little this month. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach. I told them that learning magic is very hard work. It seems like something's bothering Lord. Surely he's not upset that I agree. I have a good feeling about those kids. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too... It's nearly time for me to go on to... I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a... They're very tough, but also very cautious. They hide things from me too. For example, that's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover, I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even after thinking things over, I decided to tell P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated now. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children... Oh, Caesar.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you? So did they meet Caesar when they were...
Hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over, first, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the... Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd... Wait, oh no! Is that me? Did I just...
Very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, of course, that's just how I think the process should... The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, he fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never... I was about to say how cool it would have been to see that... Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop...
Glad you asked. That brings us to this box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would eat. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good... I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which, because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. But a magician needs to be able to redirect. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectation. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would... Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, but I'm sure he was confident. he would have... So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the with the stakes being as high as they were. Just a 2-second delay...
When in reality, someone switched the boxes. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed. And who... Isn't that right?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who... But I gave you your chance. I hope...
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, which is why you can't leave this place.
Do your work.
Illusion shattered!
Water jet!
This way, turn over. Committed to...
Now disappear!
Shine down!
Sharing my knowledge. Grow. Committed to
Go! Yeah!
Here comes the finale! And voila! Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies, I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd...
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tour. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, master. He forbade me from using magic to... And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled, I had to kill him.
And this was your only...
It was reason enough.
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors.
In love with Gemma, don't...
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was... I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the...
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the...
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft.
So, that's the story, huh?
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves and you've got... So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years.
Very well. In that case, travel. I'm on. Keep an eye on Lorenzo for me.
At least I can find...
Lyney has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
Look who's finally What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start...
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first.
Good point! We should go tell Gemma...
you're back. You were so quick. I've only...
You're third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog...
That's besides the point.
Point.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match.
Gosh, that's amazing. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. But you don't need to be...
Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's... I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do... Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs of... to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest, all this... At least his soul can finally rest...
If only I'd...
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow eve. This show will be a special one.
In Caesar's honor. Thank you. I'll be...
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free... Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh,